Hello and welcome. And I'm David Bell, and I'm joined today with my fellow founder, Nick Looby.
Hello, everybody.
And we're here today because we want to share something really important. Nick and I have been working behind the scenes over the last several months, putting together a really exciting program called UniEE. And UniEE is about helping the likes of universities, just not here in the UK, but we believe on a global scale, we can have an impact for startup businesses. And Nick and I have got, a relatively amount of experience and skills that we've built up over, well, combined, probably nearly 50 years of trading our own businesses. And we just thought what we'd like to do now is share with you a little bit about who we are, a little bit about Uni, and the next steps and how you can get in touch and be part of this exciting program. So, Nick, let's dive in. Let's find out a little bit more about Nick himself and what Nick does. So, Nick, where did you start? What was your background in business and how did you get to where you are today?
Wow, good question. Where on earth did it all begin? I think it began from a frustration in making other people money. I got to a point I just got fed up with why am I doing all the hard work and everyone else seems to benefit from that. And on the back of that, I launched my first business. I thought, well, that was all right. That wasn't as difficult as I thought it was going to be. So I then launched another one, still have two running. I've launched other businesses since. I've closed other businesses since. But it kind of generated that host of skills and knowledge and strategies that showed me what it is to make a business a reality, a fun reality, still hard work, but still fun, and to make it kind of my livelihood. And most of my businesses are around communication, specifically human communication. I'm now a human communications specialist. Who knew? Who knew the world needed such a thing? What about
Wow.
you, David? How did you start?
Well, my journey goes back to when I left school, actually. I go to work in lots of universities and secondary education and colleges and stuff like that as well, part of what my business does. And I didn't actually go on to that further education, higher education. I left school and set up my first business. 17 years old, a little bit kind of green behind the ears, knew a little bit, lots to learn. And even still today, there's so much to learn. It's an ongoing process day by day. But I set up my first business in technology, and it was a local business based in Essex. So for those that are in the UK, you probably know where the county of Essex is. And it was providing managed services and solutions for IT solutions. So working with B2B, business to business organisations around the county, and that kind of flourished and got bigger and grander, and new clients come on board, and eventually we were kind of offering services around the country. And we become one of Motorola's biggest application partners, delivering wireless connectivity solutions. So my background really sits within that technical industry. And we moved on to other countries where we expanded into the US, into South Africa, and into the Middle East. And we delivered some weird and wonderful projects, onshore and offshore on gas and tidal turbines. And we did some very unique projects. But I had a midlife crisis very early. Back in 2013, I decided to embark on a new journey, my consultancy business, helping startup businesses on their journey of getting their idea, the idea that they've got kind of in their mind. How do I make it real? How do I bring it to market? And that's what I now do and really enjoy. So it's kind of working with those startups, working maybe with some more established organisations, an element of executive coaching and advisory roles, and getting them to think about how they can use technology in their business, how they can automate systems and processes and make their business tick even when they're sleeping, or maybe when they're sitting on the beach on holiday sipping on a cocktail.
It sounds awesome. It sounds like there's a massive collection of knowledge and experience, and I know this is the reason why we formed Uni to share that. But it also sounds like both journeys to me have probably had plenty of ups and downs. Right? And if someone, when I was at university, I did go very lucky to experience that magic. If someone had said to me back at uni, right, these are the things to avoid, Nick, I would have bit the round off. I said, absolutely. I wish I knew then what I know now about forming a business, running a business, how to make things fly, how to make things work. Sounds like you got there much earlier than I did, David.
I think, yeah, for me, it's about a learning curve. I think it's not about necessarily when you start. But people always say, when's the best time to start my business? And I always say it's now, not next week, not next year, not in 3 or 4 years' time, because, I've heard the story many times as you have, Nick. 3 or 4 years' time, someone comes up with this great idea and they go, oh, I came up with that. I thought of that a few years ago. And it's like, well, why didn't you do it? So for me, the best time to start a business is now. Every day's a learning curve. There's going to be obstructions. There's going to be challenges on that path to success. But it's about how we deal with it. Yes, there's an element of mindset. But for me, it's about the relationships that you build and you kindle upon that journey as well. The people you surround yourself with. And the doors that you can open, or using access to mentors, people that were there to hold you accountable and guide you. And that's kind of one of the reasons we created UniEE. That was one of the principles behind it. It was about coming together to help others on their journey, to give them that knowledge and skills. And the two of us coming from diverse backgrounds as well, with different understandings. I'm very technical. I'm trying to push technology to make things happen. And you're kind of, whoa, hang on. We need the human approach as well. And that's why what we do works really, really well. So how are we going to help these students, these startup businesses, Nick? And what's our next sort of steps with Uni for 2020 and beyond into the 2021?
Good point, David. How on earth are we going to bring all this together? All this knowledge, experience, all these strategies that we've tried and tested over the years. So now's a great time. Okay, we've traveled enough through business, modern business and business of old, to be able to put together a series of lessons, lectures, online courses and resources to kind of put into the business toolbox of future entrepreneurs. Now, I know there are a lot of students out there and beyond students who are either thinking or actually starting to create businesses. So the plan is that we've got resources that will take some of those headaches away, give you some of the shortcuts, take some of the pain out of some of those decisions, just share what we've learned, what we know, the things that work and the things that don't, to arm you as best we can on that magical journey that you've got ahead of you.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'd love to share more, but we said from the beginning, we put these little snippet videos together. We wanted to keep them short enough that people would enjoy them and watch them and take away a golden nugget, take away something. So we're not going to give away the full recipe today. We're going to just give you some of the ingredients that you need on your shopping list. And we're going to formulate some more of these videos, some follow-ups. We're going to tell you more about uni. We're going to look at some prime examples that are happening out there where during this challenging time, this global pandemic, students are turning to launching their business whilst they're on their travels of being at home, and what can we do with the extra time that we have available, etc. So I think what we're doing, Nick, we're going to say goodbye at this particular time, and we're going to come back with another episode where we will tell our listeners, our viewers, more about how uni can benefit them.
It's not to be missed. See you then.
See you soon. Thanks then. Bye bye.